Welcome back to another day in the life of a postal lady. Y'all, today is one of them days. I don't know, I just get sick and tired of people doing ignorant stuff on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, we have our city carrier assistants here. And the one thing that I noticed, because I've kind of noticed that this is kind of everywhere. It's not just in my office, but this is in a lot of places where you'll have your city carrier assistants to come in to do the job, right? And then you got the regulars that's been here for a very long time. They don't want no change. They don't want to see nothing happen, nothing different come of it, right? They want it to stay the exact same way it was before you got up in here. So they'll teach you how to do it their way, even when they know that their way is not right, that their way is not by the book. Then they'll tell the CCAs coming in, oh, don't do that. Don't do this and don't do that. Instead of telling them to go read their handbooks and instead of telling them to go do the research on their own, they try to give them advice, and then it gets them all worked up when the CCA feels like they doing too much. And I understand that completely. Okay, y'all, I just came from being a CCA not too long ago. But CCAs don't have the same rights that letter carriers have. So you can't go to a supervisor or go to somebody and say what you're not going to do because you're a city carrier assistant. You're here to assist the regular letter carriers. I don't know if y'all know about the letter carriers, the assistants back in the day, but the assistants back in the day didn't get paid as much as the regular letter carrier got paid. They got paid by pennies. Okay? And if they didn't have no work for them, then they sent them home, and that was just it. Okay, so of course I definitely believe that our city carrier assistants nowadays have a lot more rights, but I also feel as though we are listening to the wrong people. We listening to people that have no intention on trying to follow the contract or do anything right. They just want to do it their way, and then you end up doing it their way, and then you get in trouble, and then you're wondering why you're in trouble. This is why, because you need to get in that book and see it for yourself. Don't go listening to them. Okay, and one of the things in my office is we have the letter carriers, the regulars that like to say, tell them you're not doing that, tell them you're not doing that, but then you got them amongst each other talking about the CCAs that said I'm not about to do that, and then you hearing them say, oh well, how do they think that they're going to say that they're not going to do something like that? I had to do it. They need to get out there and do it. They're no special than we were. Do y'all see the confusion there? That is nothing but drama, okay? Y'all got to get in your own books and you got to do the research yourself, because they're telling you to do one thing. And then whenever they actually start getting some, they start saying, hey, well, y'all need to carry this mail then. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying that this is happening and this, then y'all need to come on over here and carry. Then they don't want to carry it. Then whenever you try to get somebody in here to carry the mail, then they get mad at the fact that you done hired some help in here to carry the mail. Because now they can't get that extra overtime that they're so used to getting. Okay? It's a whole cycle there. I literally cannot, to me it's just sickening. I cannot lie to y'all. That is sickening to me because you have them getting so angry and so worked up. Because I remember even when I first started, regulars coming to me telling me, oh, I tell them I'm not about to do that, and I tell them I ain't doing this, and I tell them, but you know that's going to get me in a bad situation. Why are you telling your brothers and sisters to do something that you know goes completely against what their duties are? Telling them to do something that you know is not right for your benefit. What benefit does that give you? I can't wrap my mind around that. I just don't understand how you got letter carriers in here that's been here for the longest trying to sabotage the new letter carriers coming in. It doesn't make sense to me, because that's what that is. That's sabotage. You telling them to do it this way, you know damn well it don't go that way. And then you're going to talk about them for doing it the way that you told them to do it. Why not instead tell them, hey, look, you're new in here, you're not going to like a lot of things, but I'm going to tell you one thing. The best thing that's going to help you is to get in your book, learn your rights, learn what you can and what you cannot do, and get in here and work hard and do what you got to do. When I blocked out all those people telling me you need to be doing this and you need to be doing that, and I actually got in my book and did research myself and understood what my title was and what I was supposed to be doing and all that, I realized that it was a lot of stuff that management wasn't supposed to be doing, and there was a lot of things that I was supposed to be doing too. Okay, but you're not gonna know any of that if you don't get in that book. If you constantly listening to somebody else, you're not gonna know it. They don't know the book like the way that they're saying that they know that book. They don't know it like that. And it just burns me up that we have letter carriers that do that to our youth carriers. And it's like, why? Why do y'all do that when you know all you're going to do is sit back and talk about them because they said that they not about to be carrying this and that they not about to be doing that? But you're not going to do it, and then they come to you asking you to do it, and well, get them to do it. Okay, well, get them to do it. But they don't want to do it now because you done told them that you wouldn't do that, and this is what you need to be doing, and this is what you need to be doing. It makes the whole system flip. It turns the whole system upside down, y'all. I mean, why are we... I don't understand that. I cannot understand that. Like, why would you want to tear your fellow carrier down? Why would you want to tear a fellow carrier that's getting ready to come into the door? Why would you want to sabotage them? And listen here, y'all, the ones that's listening, you need to stop listening. You need to have a mind of your own. You need to seek your own reasoning and figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Because listening to everybody else, that is not going to help you. You want me to tell you everything, but you got to study and do your own research. Okay? I mean, I don't know how else to say that. But I do know that that's one of the problems that we be having. And I know that that's happening here. It's happening in a lot of other places. And that has to stop. It has to stop. I mean, if you don't know what their duties are, then don't tell them to go do something that you know is completely against even your duties. Don't tell them to go and do something that you know that they're supposed to be doing. You know it. Y'all, even for me, I know that there's a lot of things. I know there's a lot of things that might not be done right to me. And I might see a completely different side of things. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When it comes down to other people, I help them to see the realness of it. I let them see the honest truth of it. And the honest truth is, you need to get your head in that book. That's the honest truth. You got to get your head in that book and stop listening to other people because they're not helping you. They're not supporting you. And they most likely trying to get you to quit your job. Because you might be the person keeping them from getting all that overtime that they're used to getting. So they're trying to ruin your reputation so that way you can get fired. Because as a CCA, there's no hold bars. Okay? Especially before them 90 days. Y'all better know that. So don't be caught listening to the wrong people. They've been here for 50, 60 plus years and you're going to listen to them. So what? Okay, you've been here 50, 60 plus years. That does not mean that you have kept yourself up to date on all the standards. That does not mean that you have kept yourself up to date on what's supposed to be going on. That just means that you've been here for 50 years. But y'all going to have to stop taking advice for them 50-year people. Especially the ones that's spiteful and ugly and don't want to see you do nothing good. Because you got some of them out there, y'all. You got people out there that will try to do anything. The people in my office, y'all, they will try to do anything to get them CCAs fired. I do mean anything to get them fired. And it's really, really sad. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. But they'll go to the supervisor specifically and tell them, why are you hiring all this help? We don't need that help like that. Knowing that you was just crying about the fact that you out there working all that overtime and you tired And we need some help up in here. But the moment that we get some help in here, you try to run them off. Guys, I don't know. That just, to me, is just sabotage. You sabotaging your own self. Because you're not going to be the only person here at the Postal Service. And you should be willing to teach people the right thing. And if you don't know how to teach them the right thing, lead them in the right direction. And get on somewhere and get away from them. Don't try to teach them the bad stuff. Let them make their own decisions. I had one lady tell me, she said, I don't try to tell nobody how to do it. I want you to go and find the truth and study for yourself. And once you studied it, you're going to come back to me and tell me what you found. Because that's just what you're going to do. You're going to be excited about sharing what you've learned. But that's one thing that I respected her for, was that she didn't want to come to me and give me no drama. She didn't want to tell me what she felt like I should be doing. She said, go study. And you will see it on your own. And that's what I did. I studied. Excuse me, y'all. I studied to find myself approved. All right? Studied to find myself approved. And that's what y'all gonna have to do. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.